I cycled up this cliff with a couple of friends of mine, and I went over the edge of it, and I fractured all the bones in my head and my face and all stuff like that, and I tore my eye socket in half and did all these crazy things, and that's why I walk like Thriller video. But you'll see that when I'm walking out of here. But and then like as rehabilitation, when I hit this side of my head, this side of my body was affected, so I started playing the piano in order to kind of rehabilitate my left hand, because just dexterity was gone and different things like that. So it wasn't that it was like it was kind of medical, and for myself I suppose I thought I'm actually getting something out of this too, but initially it was just to rehabilitate my left hand.
I play an array of instruments now. I started off on the recorder when I was like 7. It was good because I kind of learned the basis of music rather than learning an instrument. It was kind of getting me to grounding. Then treble recorder, and then I started playing the guitar when I was about 12.
I started playing when my dad used to come home, bring just random stuff home, and when I was about 16 he brought home an old battered electric guitar. I don't know where, still to this day I don't know where he got it, and no case or anything, no amp, no lead, just an old electric guitar. So at that time I was starting to listen to bands like the Kinks and the Beatles and the Doors and Bob Marley and stuff. So it was quite a revelation when I got the guitar and I started thinking, alright, I'm listening to this, now I want to start imitating it, I want to play along to it. So I think for the first 6 months, 8 months I just played on the electric guitar but with no amp or anything, so I didn't know what a guitar really sounded like until I got my first amp about 6-8 months later, a little tiny amp, and so that's kind of where it kicked off for me.
I come from a big group of kind of grungers, early Nirvana heads and stuff like that, and around that time in Ireland everybody was playing guitar, you know what I mean? It was just the thing to do, There'd be a lot of sitting around in the street and just picking up a guitar, and you'd see one of your friends playing a certain song, you go, oh, teach me that song, that kind of thing. But I come from my family are very musical kind of thing, you know what I mean? And it's always been a big part of my life.
My parents used to own a pub back home in Australia, and we used to have musicians playing all the time. And once we had Finbar Fury, actually, he used to come to Alice Springs all the time. And I saw him playing the guitar. And then as soon as I saw him, I was like, Dad, can I please get a guitar for Christmas? So my dad got me a guitar. And that's what started me. But the problem was, when I was a kid, I had a really short attention span. So then I was like, okay, next thing, what's my new thing? And my dad just was like, no, you're not stopping. So he just made me practice every day when I was 9. So it was good.
I started playing the guitar when I was 11. Well, my dad used to play guitar all the time. He'd been playing for 20 years or so, and he used to always play in the house. So one Christmas I decided that, man, I want a guitar. And that was it. I got my first, it was a nylon string, a Spanish guitar. And the reason I only got it was I only wanted to learn Oasis songs. But through Oasis, I learned about the Beatles, the 60s, and Elvis and all that, and Led Zeppelin, so that's how I really got into music. So.
I first played when I was probably around 14. One of my mates had a drum kit, his sister had one, and I managed to get a shot on it. And ever since then, I got into my head that I definitely wanted to start playing the drums. So one Christmas, I think it was about 14, I had a choice of either getting one of those kind of drum boxes from like Argos, or going on a trip to Liverpool, and I decided to get the drums. And then for my 15th birthday I got a proper drum kit when my parents saw that I'd actually played the things.
I've always been singing, but I never actually considered myself a singer until quite recently. Just some encouragement from other musicians gave me the confidence, but I always played Irish music from a young age.
I comfortably play 2, I'd say.
2, and what are they?
Guitar and bass.
I play the guitar.
I can play a bit of bass, not very well though. Guitar is my main instrument.
And flute.
I play a number of instruments badly, but my main instrument is the flute, the Irish traditional flute.
Mandolin, accordion.
And now after playing guitar for long enough, I sing, play a bit of piano, drums. kind of all goes hand in hand once you know how to play music in a certain way. Other instruments kind of unfold themselves. It's a lot easier to learn.
A little bit of the piano, but I wouldn't be like fluent in the piano.
Started playing guitar. I started a band pretty much the day I got a guitar. So, but nobody wanted to be the bass player in the band, so I started playing the bass.
Because I was 16 when I learned how to play piano, and then when I was 18 I realised that piano's not that cool, so I wanted to pick up a guitar, so I started playing bass, which is also not cool, but but it's cooler than piano. But then after a while I realised that I don't know, I'm better at piano or something like that, like, you know, and I just enjoy it more. I started listening to a lot more kind of piano based music and stuff, so I kind of got back into it in my mid-20s again, and then, you know, I've been playing music since, like, really, you know.
After the couple of bands split up, then I started getting into kind of traditional Irish music, so I started to learn the bodhrán and the mandolin, and play a little bit of the mandola as well. So I like kind of I like stringed instruments, like guitar type instruments, so I like kind of trying as many as possible.
And saxophone as well.
You always get asked to get the guitar out at parties and stuff like that. In terms of probably from being a teenager, you get more confidence. I think definitely when you're confident that you can actually play a song on the guitar, then you want to show off when you're 16. You know, look what I can do, and that definitely and if you get encouragement back from that, then that, you know, helps build your confidence as well. So I think from certainly from a young age, playing music can definitely help your confidence and help with your social skills, or how you socialise and how you approach maybe things differently then after that.
It makes you more receptive and more open-minded, less aggressive. It's definitely I'm repeating myself, but it's, you know, therapeutic process. It's
definitely given me a lot of confidence. It wouldn't be the same without music. Yeah.
Confidence, I'd say, inspires a lot of confidence in me. Like, as I said, I would have been a very shy person before I took up guitar, just playing music, and then like playing at parties as well. Like about 4 years ago, I'd find it very difficult to get up and sing in front of people, but as you get better with your guitar and your instruments, you all become one, and it's just, you know, just very confident because of this guitar.
Music's got me through so many different emotional situations and things that have happened in my life.
Well, it's definitely made me more kind of social, like, and sociable, getting better to get to know other people, like you do when you're playing gigs and trying to go and jamming with people and jamming with different bands. You get to know people like a lot better than you would if you weren't in a band, like you wouldn't have that opportunity of actually talking to them in the first place.
I find that it centres me. You know, when I have a lot of alone time and that kind of thing, the first thing I'll do is pick up my guitar and I'll start working through it, and it completely, you know, takes all the tension out of the day. It makes you forget that if there's anything going on that's negative in your life, you're in this zone just playing your instrument and nothing else exists, and you'll find that you'll come out and you've cleansed yourself, you know what I mean? It's been very hard at times as well, you know, you feel like you're not progressing or you're not doing anything, but it's always just, you know, as I said, kind of cleansed my soul and made me feel, you know, better as a person. And
I think it kind of made me more open to things, and I'm able to kind of step out of my comfort zone and look about and go, oh, there's a lot more than just what I'm doing. I find it, like, I think that's what music kind of did to me. It just kind of opened me up and allowed me to see other things rather than just being, you know, some people are very narrow-minded and stuck. I find that it kind of alleviates you from that. You're able to step out of your own little box and go, oh, there is a world out here.
I think all kids should try some kind of instrument, even if it's the recorder or the triangle or something. It's great because you meet so many people doing it, you know.
It's great. Like, I mean, I think, like, I teach karate. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I mean, I teach karate to 5, 6, 7 year olds and stuff like that. Like, I've been doing it for years, and I think, you know, like with music, like karate is a martial art. You know what I mean? And music is, again, an art. Like, you know what I mean? They're all arts, like, you know, ways of expressing yourself and stuff like that. And I think if you can kind of, you know, if you can kind of find an outlet to express yourself, it's fantastic. And like my brothers both learned music earlier than me. I only picked up when I was 16, you know, as you know, for the old hand. But my brothers are gone for years and years, and like, you know, they just, I think, you know, it's so much in all of our lives at this stage. But from an early age now, the brother's an earlier age than I, like, but certainly like with kids, and you know, like, I guess when I was a kid, I loved banging on the piano. Couldn't play, you know, notes, but banging away, and it's great, like, you know, because when you hit something, like, that noise happens, and that's essentially what music is. You hit something, and that noise happens, and that's your creation into the world.